Hey, good morning. Oh, wait, let me put the lights on a little bright for you. Hey, what's up? I'm not going to stay live. I'm just using this because it's an easier feature than to me to make a video and then upload it. It's one less step, so I'll just go live. Been trading my whole life. I've been saying the same type of stuff all the time. Obviously, you know what trades are the best trades there are. The 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal. We had another one today in Halliburton. We had a Beyond Meat reversal to the downside, and we had a Netflix reversal to the upside and to the downside. We also had a crowd reversal CRWD. But that's not what I want to talk about right now. I want to talk about the scams, the manipulation, and the absolute knowledge that I possess that, again, some people do not possess. We have a new guy in our room. First, I met him about a month and a half ago. First thing out of his mouth, asked me about you guys. And I tried to explain how it's not a real stock. It's a worthless piece of nothing that reflects nothing that you think it reflects. And he's like, wouldn't it be a great idea to buy it when the weather gets cold because natural gas will go up? And I'm like, that's what they want you to believe. It's a disintegrating asset, just like UVXY. You would think going into September and October, volatility would spike up. Going into earnings season, volatility would spike up. But then why does UVXY always go down? Because it's not a real company. It's not a real stock. Doesn't reflect much. It only goes up in heightened daily trades when there's a spike in the VIX for the day, and generally because it's built around futures contracts that expire. It's a disintegrating asset, so that's why it has to go down. Same thing as you guys. You guys is very, very similar. It's built to go down. So no matter what you think about natural gas, you're not going to make money on a long-term play holding onto a UGAS, just like you're not going to hold on to a UVXY. But right now, we've done 5 trades today, and they were all profitable. We're sticking with the one trade. We're not commenting on anything else. My response to everything else that anybody needs to know is Funko. What do I think about this? What do I think about that? Long-term aspirations, Funko. I don't know except what I do know, and I know reversals work intraday, like work today. The company does something. I don't know what they do. I don't know what Slack is. I know a lot of these millennials love Slack. They love the Upwork. They love the box. They love the Dropbox. They love their fake meat. They love their Netflix. All these stocks are going to zero. And again, I know that's a drastic thing to say, but I just want to make my point. My point is, I don't care where they go. I think Netflix is going down another 100 points. But you know what? The short was over for today, so we covered it. Do we want to go and take some of this money and buy some puts long term? Who knows? Maybe they squeeze Netflix up to 325 before they roll it over, and we get a better chance to short it again. Same thing with Beyond Meat. The Beyond Meat, we all know the stock's going to 80 bucks, but you want to time it right if you're going to swing trade it on the short side. And for now, the short kind of was over today because it broke over the opening range and through the VWAP, and that therefore and fell on. But we're here to talk about PTON, just like Smile Direct, right? Smile Direct, we all understand. That was something I was familiar with because I brought my 2 kids there, and I just smell scam. I could smell it. Plus the fact that IPOs are scams in their. Let's go step back. Do you think companies go public to provide you with some great investment opportunity? They're dumping their shitty stock onto you. So for every Apple, Facebook, Google, and Microsoft that have made it, 90% of these companies just go to zero. And you never hear about them because you never heard of them in the first place, and then they roll over and die. But for someone who's in the market all the time, you see all these IPOs and how awful they are. So Smile Direct. I was there with both my kids. I could smell a scam. They're like the Enron of dental products. And the stock hasn't had an uptick since the day it opened up from 22 bucks. Now it's sitting at 9. Same thing with PTON. Okay. Now I know nothing about it. I know they're an exercise bike. My exercise bike, just like most exercise bikes, is sitting in my basement collecting dust. I use it once every 3 to 4 weeks just to say that I was on the exercise bike. Over the last 5 years, I've used my exercise bike maybe 20 times in 5 years. That's where PTON's going to go. Oh, it's different. It's special. You get a video. Oh, okay. So that's different from me putting headphones on and listening to music while I'm on the bike. Oh, no, it's a video. So how's that different from me watching Netflix while I'm on the bike? Oh, no, but it's an instructor and they pretend that you're, oh, is it? Is it? And then after you've gone through Spain and Italy and the Autobahn, how many more times is that really going to be thrilling for you? Oh, but you get a personalized instructor. Do you? Do you? Stock's going to zero. But more importantly, gap ups on analyst calls is what we're here to talk about. Do you think these investment bankers are going to put out a stock and then come out and say, well, we were the investment banking on this firm. We brought it out. And we're just going to downgrade it now because we realized that we might have made a mistake here, guys. I mean, we probably shouldn't have brought this company public. Sure, what were we thinking? We're downgrading it to a sell price target of zero. What do you think? They're actually going to say that? They're being paid for the deal, and they're getting paid to upgrade it. They shouldn't even be allowed to upgrade it. If you had anything to do with the deal, you shouldn't be able to upgrade or downgrade it. But if you hadn't noticed, the SDC, after it was upgraded and gapped up 20%, ended that day down 20%, a 40% reversal. So PTON gaps up this morning. So what do we do as traders? Locate that shares, find out if they have puts on them, and sell the shit out of that stock. And now the stock's down 7% on a gap up day. What does that tell you? That is the glaring indication that the entire industry, this industry, the Wall Street industry, the suit wearing blue blood scumbags that you hated all your life, you've got a reason to hate them. They're not here to help you. I am. I will tell you the truth. I've been trading my entire life. I used to be a market maker. I know the manipulation. The only way you're going to make money in the market is to know where the manipulation is going on. All right? And upgrades and downgrades are the easiest way, the easiest form of manipulation there is. Because all I got to do is put a news article out there, and they distribute it amongst the media and all these CNBCs and the Fox News guys and the Yahoo Finances, and then it circulates, and then people get sucked in. Just like your Goldman Sachs downgrading AMD, not once, not twice, but 3 times to a sell under $5. Does anybody remember that other than me? And other than the fact that I keep bringing up the AMD trade, nobody remembers it. You think? Goldman Sachs was paid $3 or $4 million to downgrade AMD so that guy who was short the stock could get out of the position. That's the end of the story. Do you really think that Goldman Sachs analyst sitting there crunching numbers, yeah, we got to put out a sell recommendation on this immediately. Oh, man, we got to warn the public of how bad AMD is. First of all, that didn't happen. Second of all, it's the worst call in the history of calls. I mean, Goldman Sachs has made some of the worst calls that are documented. The December lows of 2018, they said this is going to be the beginning of the end of the market. You don't want to buy the dip. You don't want to expect the market to have a V bottom. You certainly should expect more of this and more downside to start the year off. Not only did we not go down, but we went straight up for 3 straight months on the Goldman Sachs downgrade of the market. What more needs to be shown? So if you're going to be in this market and you're going to try to make money, trade the reversals. Let me show you how to do this. Let me show you how to make money on the reversals. And then if you want to go anywhere else, you want to, oh, but my friend's dad, sister's cousin tells me this Slack trade is a good buy here at 22. Did he? Good luck with that. Oh, that INSG is looking pretty good now at 550. Is it? Take the money you make on the high probability trading, the manipulated trades that you manipulate back in their face. You want to take some of that money and put it on the line. Anything beyond a day or 2 or 3, you're in the hands of the market. Let's go back to the Beyond Meat short, okay, which is now becoming one of the worst trades of my life, okay? I was so happy, so excited. I held Beyond Meat short overnight, right? Next thing you know, it gaps down. We got down to that 139.50 area. Yay, we're short Beyond Meat. We're making some money, right? And then there came that 138.50 break. And I'm like, oh, here we go, the 138.50 break. This thing's going to 125. And It rallied into the close, and I was thinking, all right, this is just a squeeze into the close, nothing to make a big deal about it. And then I realized, wait a second. I've been short for 2 days, and I'm thinking about holding it a third day. Didn't I just tell the world that my magic powers don't last usually for more than 2 or 3 days? I'm going to cover it. Not only was it rallying into the close, which kind of helped my decision, but I just did not want to hold it short. Plus, I was leaving for San Diego. And if you go look at the news, what happened to Beyond Meat that next morning? Gapped up 17 points. I think it went up 30 points on some bullshit news that their burger, shitty ass fake meat burger, was getting picked up by another piece of shit wannabe restaurant. Who the hell fucking cares about what the hell the news was at this point, right? All it was a manipulated top back at 147 or 152, and all it did was roll over. And then the rollover was twice as exciting as the first move down because all the suckers bail out of the stock that much more quickly because they realized they've been duped. Just like you were almost duped this morning with the same kind of bullshit news. Who gives a shit that Beyond is getting picked up by Dunkin' Donuts? Know what that means? Dunkin' Donuts is going to use Beyond Meat's product for 3 months until they realize nobody's buying your shitty ass fake meat. And then they're going to cancel their deal. Well, you know what? It's not selling as well as we hoped. See ya. And that's what's going to happen. So as more and more people want to believe that this is some sort of revolution, it's not. It's shitty ass fake meat. It's been around for 30, 40 years. Oh, but it's not a veggie burger. It kind of has meat flavorings. It kind of has that juiciness of a meat. Does it? They still got to make money. They're burning cash just as fast as Uber. PTON is a bike company, an exercise bike company. Exercise bike company goes public. An exercise bike company with an iPad strapped to the front handlebar so you can watch other people, and some hot shit can tell you, we're going biking in Spain. In the background, you'll be on a road and there's some hot chick talking to you or some good looking dude, if that floats your boat, pumping away. I could also use duct tape and an iPad, and boom, I'm in. But the point is, they gapped the stock up this morning on an upgrade. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's the biggest scam that they have going as far as the market is concerned. They gap up on a shitty stock, so they get that stock to get that one last breath of air before it sinks beneath the waves and grabs another bunch of bag holders who condemn me for laughing at them on stock twits when I say, you should have sold into the gap up. Fuck your mother. No, I mean, I get less of that nowadays, but what's up, Larry? Larry, we have to close the beaches. The bottom line is I have no stocks. I got called out of my last 400 shares of INSG on Friday. You'd imagine, of course, it's up 50 cents this morning because I got called out. I own Zip, except we're 100 shares of UVXY and I'm hedged. So the stock can legitimately go to zero. And I'm going to prove once and for all, if you guys have not been following around, I'm down 7 points on UVXY from 2 weeks ago. Has the market rallied? No. Have we got a little bit more volatility? Yes. Has the earnings coming in exceptionally? Average, right? But what has UVXY done in the last 2 weeks? Down 7 points. From I'm long at 27.50. It's at 21.14 right now. What does that tell you? It's not a real product. It disintegrates no matter what. So now the market's going to have to go down huge just to recoup these 6 points. But I'm hedged. The stock will legitimately go to zero. I sold 10. I'm hedged about 30 options, which get me about $3,500. So all said and done, chances are this thing's going to go to zero, but I'll wind up making a couple of $100. I just want to prove a point that UVXY is worthless. It's just more worthless than all these IPOs. It's more worthless than you guys. It's the most worthless thing. You guys is actually more worthless than UVXY, but worthless. Absolutely worthless. You want to trade, you find the worthless stocks that are being squeezed for the day, like your work right now. Like your work. You chop around, you get over the 1 minute, you get over the opening range, and next thing you know, you're in a stock from $23.30 that goes up to $22.75. And there's your money. Or Halliburton, right? Halliburton comes out with numbers. Whatever they were, doesn't matter. Were they good? Were they bad? Who gives a shit? The stock's gap down. It's breaking the opening candles. It's going through the 1 minute. It's going through the multi-day, and it's taken off. And by the way, PCG long, people. There you go. Remember, the more reasons you have to think that something should go down is actually more reasons to buy the stock. They're killing people. They're burning your house down. They're covering it up. They're going out of business. They're firing people. And they have to have rolling back at blackouts now for what they say might last for a decade. You got to own the stock. You got to own the stock. Buy all you can. This fucking stock should be negative 40. But every time it hits 750, it bounces. So what does that tell you? Well, maybe I should buy it next time it breaks 750. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you, you know when the best short squeeze is going to happen? When we legitimately find out that Beyond Meat is made out of people. It's fucking people! Silent Green, it's people! When we find out what Beyond Meat, not only it causes cancer, it has asbestos in it, and it's humans. Stock probably goes up 40% that day. It's people. Come on. I've always wanted to eat an arm. We'll break it up into different types, ass meat, arm meat. I've always wanted a nice little, that little blab that you get under your arms. I like to get little part of that. Ass meat burger. Be awesome. I'll work it off on my PTON, my fake meat. I mean, this is just unbelievable. For every apple, right? Like somebody responded to one of my tweets earlier about how every stock's worthless. What about Apple? What about it? What about it? Remember when they were going out of business? Remember when the growth story was over and you sold it? Now it's up 120 points since you sold it. It was still manipulated. Right? The media got onto the story. Remember the Apple growth story was over. You don't need to get all these new expensive phones. No, they got glitches in this and glitches in that. Competition. Still manipulated. So for every one Apple, there's 99 other stocks that suck. What's your point? You own Apple? Good for you. Good. You want to hear something even crazier? You guys. Check it out, y'all. You held that bottoming range that it put in. I mean, I'm not saying this is some sort of screaming buy right now, but you're trending higher. And the only time you want to buy you guys is when it's looking like when it's the shittiest of shit. That's when it usually bounces. But go back to that PCG trade, right? I mentioned this earlier, right? Every Monday, the stock has been a buy. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because the shorts who think that they're going to go out of business over the weekend When it doesn't go out of business, they cover some of the shorts on Monday. End of the story. That's the trade. Just like your shitty Ameren and your fucking awful stock that you've been waiting for 9 years to get bought out. Seems to show you some strength on Fridays, like FEYE, right? Where's that? That one actually has more of a chance of getting bought out. FEYE. I'm being serious right now. Let's take a moment to reflect. FEYE. I still have that in my buy. I still think Twitter's getting bought out. I still think this FEYE. There's something about it. Smells like a takeover. You know, it doesn't want to die, but it's not rallying. It's sitting around. The option prices are kind of out of whack. FEYE seems like they're getting bought out. Supposedly there's more smoke than there's more smoke around that one too. What were my other takeover candidates? I forgot already. Oh, Yext. I think Yext, Twitter, and yeah. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that crap. Bottom line is, you've been sitting around waiting for these stocks to get taken over. You know, that's why they're weak on Monday. Once the stock doesn't get taken over, people dump the stock, and then they try it again on Friday. It doesn't get taken over, and they dump the stock. I'll talk you out of it. Hey, by the way, I don't know what this APRE is. I saw this stock last week, getting back into the 20s. I thought it was an IPO. Sorry, APRE. What does anybody know about this thing? What is it? Like, it looks like a shell deal where they took an old symbol and now it's a new company. But you cannot deny there has been some major buying going on this stock over the last couple of days. APRE, massive squeeze. I mean, can't trade it intraday, but something bizarro going on over here. Just happened to catch that on Friday, breaking all-time highs. This looks like one of these stocks that you're going to blink and it's going to be at 50 and then a 90 and then 100 and then back to zero eventually. But it's impossible to trade it, really. You got no volume. I don't think there's any options on this thing, but I just started hitting new highs again. That's why I'm just bringing it up. But there's so much going on lately, especially with reversals, that I think the easiest and the best way to trade is what we do and just stay liquid. You know, again, the only swing trade I had on really was that Goldman Sachs. I had that for 2.5 days, and that turned out to be all right. I mean, I got out at 207.50, and now, you know, you're at 210. But right now, it's the banking stocks that are actually the only thing hanging in there to keep this market on the, well, the market's generally flat without these bank stocks. But you're seeing a lot of these shitty ones bouncing today. You work, you're beyond meat. But the trade of the day, by far guaranteed, 1 minute multi-day VWAP earnings reversal on Halliburton. You're just not going to find better trades. Especially cheap and good is the best type of trade because it's not scary. You got a lot of volume, you got a tight spread, and just grinding its way back to 20. So guys, if you have never taken a 1 month subscription with me, this is the time right now. This is the day to do it, okay? Because you're going to get the rest of October, okay? And then you're going to lead right into the class. So if you're not grasping the concepts like my buddy Gil, and again, I thank you so much, Gil, for that conversation that we had. He wasn't grasping the concepts the first couple of weeks, but he stuck it out. And then he just had a brief conversation with one of our traders. Oh, now I'm seeing. All right, I got to get the V. Okay. And next thing you know, it's a month later. He's feeling now he's a member. That's what I want to see happen. Come in. You're not going to get it the first couple of days. But if you come in today and spend the rest of October with us, going into November 16th, Take the class. $350 is guys, I'm doing this my whole life. $350 for 2 months of my time. So sign up now for your 1 month trial. You're going to get from today to the 16th, no matter what. Then take the class. I'm going to give you another month. So basically 2 months and 5 hours of in-depth me drilling this shit into your head for 5 hours for $350. And then if you decide you want to be a full member, whatever you paid for the class comes off the membership fee anyway. And that's that. But I just, it needs to be expressed every day. I do these videos. I never watch my own videos. I just want to spew. I like talking. I like helping. These things need to be addressed. These Smile Direct scams, these Peloton scams, these IPOs, these upgrades and downgrades. This is the type of stuff that you need to witness it on a daily basis and learn how to profit from them. Some guys I've met actually never shorted a stock before, which is mind-blowing. They're long only. What does that even mean? Long only. You're not a trader. You're a buy and hoper. Long only. So to my buddy out there, Biddy Man and his son, I know we haven't spoken in a long time. He's another guy. He came in. I explained to him for 2-3 months how UVXY wasn't a real product, and he didn't want to believe it. And I was like, let me show you. Let me explain. Next thing you know, he finally got out of that thing, 2 years ago, right? You'd be down $1 million. The guy never shows up to the chat room anymore. You know why? Because that one tidbit of information and me drilling it into his head was worth the price of admission. And I thank you. Because I know you're a busy guy. But as long as I saved you from that, you would have lost close to $250,000, right? At least $500,000. No one ever sat down to talk to this guy about the folly of UVXY as a long-term position. Just like I saved this new guy on the UGAS. So it's not just about me finding these trades for you. It's about everything I know being talked about every single day. Hungover, I'm still here. Sick, I can hardly even speak right now, and I'm still pushing through. Fever, sometimes I'll stay in bed. I'll still crawl out of bed to say a few words and try to find some ideas. I'm here every day. You're not going to get this anywhere else on earth. Tim Sykes ain't doing this for you. Jason Bond doesn't even show up in his own chat room. We don't talk about easily manipulated bullshit stocks here. This is real trading. This is real life. So tell your friends. And the trading contest that was getting started again apparently failed. The software wasn't working out. So I was going to be in another contest. And this time I would do it myself personally, because what happened last time. I let some kid touch my account, and the one trade we did that we agreed on was the VWAP on the AMD, and then he blew my account up on the second trade. Still amazingly shocking to this point. Still, again, I go to therapy for that. And, again, it's tough for me to take that stuff. My therapist says I'm insane because, again, this is now the 8th person that's done this to me. I don't read people well. I always want to see the good. And I just assume after showing somebody something that works over and over and over again, they're actually going to stick to the plan. And within one trade, he's already off doing his own thing, blowing the account up. I mean, why am I startled? And why? That's the question that I'm trying to get through with my therapist is, why am I still shocked? Is it that I just want to see the good in people, that I want to keep trying? Why am I shocked at this point? And that's where I am right now with my therapist. Why am I still shocked that I keep getting disappointed? Because it's not me. How many times can I say, this is the trade you want to take? This is the 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal. Don't do anything else. Please don't do anything else, especially to someone who's trading my account. Don't do anything else. Ever. and they do something else. Carl, Rob, I need another monitor. I need more buying power. Fucking Mike. One after another. It's amazing. I need more buying power so I could short more. So when it goes down, I'll make all this money back. Well, what if it doesn't go back down? Oh, it will. Oh, yeah. That's why you're not in the business anymore. How'd that work out for you 7 years ago? I heard you're selling cars now. Yeah, keep shorting Goldman Sachs at $85 a share. Yeah, because it's going to come back one day. Yeah, because you know. Yeah, I saw you at the Nissan dealership. How's that working out for you? Good job. Yeah, you need another monitor to trade. These are all true stories. It's insane. It's insane to even talk about it. I don't even think he worked at the Nissan place anymore. I think he got fired from there too. How's that Goldman Sachs short working out for you? Yeah, guy's calling me. He's calling me a pussy that I couldn't talk to the manager to give him more money to short more of a shitty stock. Oh yeah, I haven't even mentioned the 33 trade guy. I mean, still, if there was ever the champion of all psychopaths, it's the 33 trade guy. 33 trades, individual names in an hour and a half. Go. Can anybody do that? Can anybody actually trade? Let's see if you could trade 33 individual names. And at some point, all 33 of those trades must have meant something to the maniac, right? It was as if the guy was trading every tick, every stock that came on the ticker, he would buy it. And if it wouldn't work within 13 seconds or 15 seconds, he would dump it. Okay, let's buy ALNY. Oh, down tick, sell it. I mean, I've never seen anything like it, and hopefully I never, ever, ever will ever again. 33 individual names in an hour and a half. And he made money on one. No, sorry, two. And I think those were just by accident. I could have taken a dump on a keyboard and pressed buy and done better than that. So I've met every type of psycho, every type of loser. And my friends, I sympathize with you because I've done every single one of your mistakes 5 times. 5 times. I've done everything you've ever done. But you know what? I keep coming back to the earnings reversals to supply my retardedness. Oh, you can't say retarded. Shut up, you retard. Because if you consistently go back, well, these trades really work. Oh, let me try something else. No, you're retarded. You're retarded. Well, I just made money 8 trades in a row. Let me throw it all on some fucking stock I know nothing about because I read about it on Yahoo Finance. You're a retard. You're a retard. No. I'm not looking at anything right now. I'm raging. I'm looking at GIL, GIL, and KMT. Never heard of this GIL. GIL. What the hell is GIL? Who gives a shit? GIL. GIL's gapped down 12.5 points on Friday. Next thing you know, it's breaking the VWAP and going up 3. GIL's my favorite stock on the planet, just like I never heard of KMT this morning. KMT. Wow, if I would have read that. See, I can't even read it from here. Kenna Metal. What a great name for a company. Kenna Metal. All right. It's my name and the word metal. Should have bought it just on principle. Look at KMT this morning, right? Never heard of this stock, right? Gapping down huge. Pre-market. You're already over the VWAP pre-market. You're over the 9 o'clock range. Next thing you know, you pull back to test the range, and next thing you know, you're breaking 27.50. Buy it. Whee! 5 points. Not saying we made 5 points, but range break, VWAP, range break, and then you get the open. Your reversion to the VWAP, trade's over. Now it's actually been a short. Back under the VWAP, there was your range break there. Yeah, not a great trade to the downside. Just got squeezed, but that's what I like about trading is I can come in, trade some shit I never heard of just based on the strategy that we implement. So that's it. Now let's take a look at what you guys want to talk about, right? Crowd. The crowd goes wild. Take a pause. Give crowd a quick look. What are you looking at? I mean, it was a great trade. It's over now. I mean, beautiful stock. 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal. Then what does it do? It tests the multi-day, rolls through the multi-day, short it. And you're using the top of the last range as your short. So if you were shorting it, your last good spot, 47.50. And now it's basically back to where it found support before. Right now, this trade's kind of in limbo. It could hold support here for reversion back to the VWAP, or it could rally, fail at 47.35 and roll. And next thing you know, this thing's breaking new lows. Short since 47.20. Tight stop, 47.03. Boom, set it, forget it. Right there, those double candles, 47.03, 47.04 is your out. That's a couple of ticks on this stock. But if you're in from 47.20, it's never bad getting stopped out with a profit still. So you put it there. If you roll here, you got another 35, 40 cents to the downside. Not bad. Nice trade. Should have been shorting a little bit before that, but not a bad idea. But loved it to the upside earlier. And, another really nice trade. And that's what we want to do. We want to conquer each day individually. And then if you want to branch out, I'll show you how to branch out. You want to gamble on some stuff? I'll give you good ideas to gamble on. You want to put some money to work for a 6 month, 1 month down the road? I'll try to enlighten you. It's not my favorite thing in the world right now, especially because there's a world war coming. I don't want to start getting into it, but I really feel like there's a world war about to break out. Why do I want my money in fake cyber letters, numbers, and a bunch of bullshit? I want my money nearby. I want gold. I'm sorry, I don't want gold. I want silver. I want bullets. I want water. And I want a bomb shelter in my backyard. That's where my money's going. And real estate. Hopefully no bombs get dropped on our own soil. It's a world war coming, people. You watch the news for a half an hour on a Wednesday. I mean, how could you not think society is going down? It's sad, but true. And for me, that equals I need to be liquid right now. I have no faith in humanity. And they say war is good for the market. The war in 1939 was good for the economy. When you read about that, it's not the same. All right. War is not good. By the way, Netflix, yes. Come on, baby. See, this is what I like about trading. See, the guy that was here this morning, we had, 35, 40 people this morning. And again, they tend to tail off in the middle of the day. And I like that because that means they've done something right and they probably left. But there's one guy that probably left thinking,
oh, shit, he mentioned Netflix short this morning. He must be getting his ass kicked.
Am I getting my ass kicked? Or did I cover and go long because I trade around VWAP? So if you're worried about me, no, I'm not getting my ass kicked. And I don't have a put spread on Netflix. Because remember, we usually trade options on Thursdays and Fridays, right? Plus we know that we have no idea what the hell's going to happen 3 days from now. Do we, Jimmy? Right, fucking Jimmy? So anytime you want to do something long-term, Funko, Jimmy, remember these days.
No, but I thought Netflix was going down another 50 points.
Yeah, but then it broke over the VWAP, and that voided everything because the market tells us what to do, not the other way around. You think my 3 contracts on Netflix is going to control the float? The stock could squeeze down to 292 before it tops out, rolls over. And will it be back at 250? Yeah, that's my long-term prediction. I think we will see Netflix at 250 within. I would rather see you, if you had a gun to your head and you had to take a bet, where's Netflix going to be? 320 or 250 in the next 3 months? I would say 250. Does that mean it's going to happen? Nope. But this stock was a long this morning, then it became a great short, and now it's an amazing long. You got the 1 minute right to the multi-day. Phenomenal trading. Liquidity. Stay liquid so you can enjoy your 2 points to the downside on Netflix and then make 2.5 points back on the upside. And then at the end of the day, you don't give a shit what the hell Netflix does over the next 3 months. Keep your opinion to yourself. Trade what you see. Again, one of the lessons I learned, don't come into the day with a self-perceived notion of what is going to happen. You know what that means? Again, this is something I learned also from my mentor. If you come into the day thinking what's going to happen, your mind will force yourself to see it through that idea. And you don't even realize you're doing it. If you come in thinking, oh, this is going to do this or this is going to do that, you're going to be swayed. It took me years to realize I know nothing. I know what the VWAP and the ranges tell me. And that is how I will adjust every trade. The Netflix short has been over since it came out of the bottom range at 271. And we all know, for the love of God, you're getting a range break and you're going through the 1 minute and you're breaking a whole number at 273. You are absolutely 100% certifiable maniac if you held the short once it broke 273. That's the end of the story. That's the end of the story. I got nothing left. The heck you mean, Wade? Breaks the VWAP, goes up. The heck you mean? End of story. Just like your work. And here, let's even go to let's scrape the bottom of the barrel. By the way, Netflix, awesome, man. You're not just, it's the greatest trading market ever, people. You're getting the same opportunity in one stock to trade it 3 different times. But let's go back to the PTON, right? How this whole conversation started. We all know the stock's probably going to test 2114 because that's where it came from, right? We all know this is a worthless company that sells bikes and subscriptions to ride a bike. Ooh! But maybe at $20.78, there's a guy out there that feels like buying it 3 days from now. And it's gapped down, and it breaks over the VWAP and gets over the multi-day. Guess what that's going to be? It's going to be a 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal, and we'll be looking to buy PTON that day. That's trading. And 3 days from now, everything will be different because we'll be talking about China. There'll be another Turkey skirmish, the Kurds, the Shiites, the Sunnis, the Ebola, the China, the tariffs, the impeachment, who's going to be president, socialism, communism, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter. I have an audience in the background today. You miss being here, right? It's my mom-in-law. All right. Well, all that being said, as a matter of fact, take a look at PTON, what it's doing right now. You're putting in, you're forming a range, and you've kind of got like an ash crack candle there. So here, look at this. As much as this stock stinks, it's in limbo right now. If the consolidation leads to a possible break, Your double top, your ass crack is also where it broke down from before. You're talking about a stock that could legitimately be a buy soon today on a little bit of squeeze. Not my favorite idea, but let me tell you one thing about this market. It's never going down. It's never going down. There's too much money. There's too much money. There's too much money at risk right now. Because if you're worried about the national debt and the $1 trillion and we have to be worried about our kids, they could kick the can and the smoke and mirrors and the shell game could continue for 15, 20, 35, 40 years. How else do you think we're paying for stuff? Don't you think the U.S. government is involved in making the money? You don't think Trump's tweeting people or texting people or phoning them before he makes the tweet so he can make money? Of course. So how's the government paying for all this shit? Because they're manipulating the market up to Dow 50,000, 70,000, 100,000. The rich get richer. How are they going to get rich? They can't create wealth without the market going up all the freaking time. Chris, where you been, man? Do 2 trades a month. You should be, we had Netflix puts and Beyond Meat put spread. There's your stop in. By the way, PCG, the irony of this trade is just, it should not fall on deaf ears here. PCG. Come on. Seriously. Did you read all the bad news about not one company can't put this much bad news out? There's a conspiracy here that they caused the fire. They tried to hide it, which confirms the conspiracy and the fraud. And oh my God! And the stock still doesn't go back under 750. It's amazing. So that's that. I'll tell you something with the Beyond Meat. All right, you're in limbo right now. The upgrade obviously was a sell this morning, right? Now you've got a new low. Once the Beyond Meat breaks today's low, nobody, nothing, no powers that be, nobody's going to be able to hold this thing up. I don't see anywhere else for this thing to go but $90. And then if it doesn't hold the 90, now legitimately $77 is where this stock should be living. And sadly, it's probably just going to be on an earnings disaster. They're going to come out with the earnings. The thing's going to spike down to 78. Oh, spike to 82. They'll sucker some people up at 85, and then it rolls over. The stock will be $77 for the next 3 months, and then it collapses again to 40, and then 0. Again, that's just my opinion. I don't know shit. I know that Johnson & Johnson stock going down makes way too much sense. It's kind of scary. So normally when you're killing babies and you're covering it up, your stock usually rallies for 30 or 40%. They're killing babies. Their powder is made out of dead Chinese children. They have asbestos in there. All kinds of, it's like basically cancer in a bucket. Here, use this product. And the stock's actually going down. Wow, amazing. Stock that's actually going where it should be going. Johnson & Johnson should be down 50%. Come on, conspiracy, man. Right? How is the stock not at $88 right now? My price target on Johnson & Johnson, $88. Seriously. But who cares about any of that? Right now, it's Netflix long, and everybody's kicking ass. Except for the one guy that was in the room this morning. But you said Netflix short. Netflix short was good for 4 points. What more do you need?
Oh, you said 250.
Beyond Meat, I'm thinking I would love to see that 121. I would love to see it back at 125, because if it gets to 125, it can't break back over 125. That'll be the end of it. Because just like Netflix, I'd love to see a squeeze, a fail, and then the roll confirms your short premise. And right now, the short premise in Netflix is over for now. We'll revisit this short, of course. Its arms can reach you. I am on fire right now. So anyway, tomorrow you're going to get 9 to 11:30 with me, and then I'm gone. So be careful. I got my annual Grateful Dead meetup group party where we just party for 2 straight days. And I'm going to be partying, and I'm not going to be able to protect the universe from the market. So if the market's going to sell off, it's going to happen in the next 48 to 72 hours. Probably Wednesday. Wednesday's going to be the rough day when I'm kind of just rolling in from the first party, trying to recapture some. I'm going to get an IV drip probably and just get psyched up for the next party. So Tuesday between, I would say, 1 o'clock and Thursday morning, be afraid. Especially if you start seeing UVXY for some reason going up. And I'm not going to be around. So if you see gold and silver and UVXY going up and I'm not around to protect this market, you might actually get a sell-off that would last for more than 3 minutes. Yeah, we have, I'm in a Wall Street dead ahead. The greatest group of people you'll ever meet. That's where I met these rich, that's where I met the woman that manages all these famous people's money, and she's friends with Bill Joy. It's called Wall Street Dead Ahead. And if you're out there listening to me, huge fan. Like, if I've ever been a fan of another human being, this woman is, I'm a fan of hers. Everything about her, she's so damn cool. Plus, she just knows everybody. She manages crazy amounts of money. She knows so many people. I mean, I've never met anybody that knows as many people. And even them, in all their infinite money and wisdom, still think Beyond Meat's a good buy. She does look good. And no matter what I tell them, and again, who am I to tell Bill Joy what to do with his money? Bill, if you're out there listening, I did tell you $40. The guy's got 100,000 shares. So no, sorry. You had 30. Shouldn't even tell you the story. Let's bring it. She's got 5,000 shares, right? At $40. At 120, I said, please, for the love of God, sell half. And then it goes to 150. I'm like, oh, if you didn't sell it at 120, you got to sell here at 150. Next thing you know, it's at 200. I'm like, did you sell any? And they didn't sell any of it. I'm like, okay, look, I was wrong at 120 and wrong at 150. At 200, I'm not going to be wrong. You have to sell it. Not only do you have to sell 50%, you need to sell it all. I was like, lucky you didn't sell at 120 and 150. Now that you're at 200 on your way back down from 250, that's it. There's no more reason to be in the stock. They haven't sold a share. No. But that just goes to show. Now, again, I know if you're worth $9 billion, you don't care about your $37 million worth of Beyond Meat, but you should, because your $37 million of Beyond Meat now is only worth $20 million. So I could have saved you $17 million. Some schmuck on the internet sitting in his house, I could have saved this guy $17 million. You know what you could have done with that $17 million? You could have given it to me. I could have put my kids through college, my friends' kids through college. Some of these guys on the internet could have just funded all their accounts and we could all thrown it away on Yext options and Beyond Meat. People with money, if you're just going to throw it away in the market, give it to me. Give it to me. I'll find 20,000 other things to do with it. So Wall Street dead ahead. Yeah. So once a year we get together. We have about 1,000 people in the group. Once a month we get together. We jam in the city. We all get together. Not all of us, but 50 of us get together monthly, singing, dancing in the city. But then once a year we have this massive event where everybody from across the country get together, and it's fantastic. Yeah. All right. Well, that's my rant for the day. I appreciate you sitting back and listening because, wait, let's go back to that FedEx trade. Yes. Oh, by the way, if you happen to be in Netflix, I think you know where your stop is, right? And I'm going to say it to you once, and I don't want to hear about it because you did a great job by buying it back and covering your short and crushing the shorts. But now you got to take the money to 78.03, baby. That's your out. There ain't no discussion here. 278.03, and if you don't want to use that, at least use 277.45. So today, if the stock goes back down all the way to 271, I got stuck in Netflix. No. There is no I got stuck in something. Here's your sell. Put your stop on it. You just destroyed this trade. Awesome. Take the money, and we'll find another one tomorrow. By the way, look at Beyond Meat, right? You see how the bounce, you really didn't get much out of the bounce because there's nobody buying this piece of shit. So I don't know. The debate now we're having is, will we see a repeat of what we saw last year where the weakness came out of nowhere and absolutely destroyed this market for close to an 18% sell-off? Considering nothing ever happens the same way twice, I'm going to say it's going to be the complete opposite. Plus that I'm so bearish, the wall of worry is still out there. We've got more things to be worried about, yet the market refuses to go down and volatility continues to go down. I'm going to call for an 18% move up into the end of the year. So what's that? Dow, let's see, we're at Dow 28,000, right? So 10% gets us 2,800 more points. All right, so 2,800 points, that gets us to almost 30,000. I'm not going to go that nuts. I'm going to say on Christmas Day or Eve or New Year's or whatever day, what's the last day of trading this year? Let's go ahead and say October. We got all of October. Whoop, hang on, wrong calendar. That's my Hebrew calendar. October, November. Ooh, December 31st is a Tuesday, so the market will be open on the last day of the year. On October 31st, the Dow will be trading at 31,243. Basically, a 12.5% move into the end of the year. How about that? Because everybody who's shorting now, thinking that, it's October. September and October is supposed to be the scariest 2 months, right? The most volatile. What did we do? We pretty much went up every day, except for that 4-day sell-off. And remember, that 4-day sell-off set the tone now, because the people who didn't cover on the 1,400-point sell-off are now trapped like idiots, like I used to be. But I know now, and I truly believe that you cannot stay short, no matter how bearish you are. And it keeps getting proved. So I'm not going to stay short. So if this market doesn't sell off within the next 2 weeks, we might just have one of them freaking parabolic moves straight up, 10% from here. It really comes down to Apple, Amazon, Google. See if Boeing can figure out. I mean, if Boeing gets his shit together, that's another, that's 1,000 points right there. She loves you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's $1,000 right there. Right? This guy's lost $17 million. Poof. In one trade. For what? But that's not where the story ends. They own a stock right now. I'm not allowed to mention it. I'll mention it in the room because it's a closed circuit. But you guys know what I'm talking about. They all own this stock. And I'm looking at it as this thing's got to be worthless. But you know what? What was it again? I would say once this thing breaks back under 750, you'll see it at 5 and then it's 0. It's amazing what some people own. Speaking of what people own, how'd that penny stock work out? Was it anybody own it? I dumped it a couple of weeks ago. What was it? IG something, IGN something or other. Penny gangster comes in here. Stock goes up 100%. And if you didn't take the money, now you're down 10 or 15%. Just like every other pump and dump. No, I'm completely free. I'm free of the market right now, except for UVXY and naked calls written against my UVXY. I have a bunch of January 60 calls at March hundreds, which is ridiculous. It's amazing that their UVXY has a bid at 100. All right, 12:30, kids. That's my time. It's been great entertaining you today. We learned a lot. We learned a lot not to be biased towards the stock. Remember, the VWAP tells you where to go. Rational thought still doesn't really play out, except for Johnson & Johnson right now. And by the way, you want to see something sick? There's a couple of stocks that we haven't mentioned in a while. Remember SOLY? They came up with a device that, you could get your lasered tattoo removal. Stock's been chopping around. Holds that $10 spot. Next thing you know, you got a 50% move to the upside. Nothing better than short squeezes. Whether this company emerges into something or doesn't, if they don't want to die, they're generally going to be a buy. You got an ass crack multi-day VWAP possible setting up on this SOLY. I noticed this last week. I haven't mentioned it, but you broke down, you fought back, and then when you rolled over, you never broke a new low. That's your first indication that maybe the bottom is in over here. But now you've got some new consolidation and a new breakout. And this could be on the verge of a nice little squeeze again. SOLY. Put it back on the radar. Put it back on the radar for some more buying, maybe in the next couple of days. But the bottom line is, take a look at Funko. Okay? Obviously, I've been wrong. Love the company. Love the stock. Then again, I wasn't wrong. I did sell it at 25. My last sell on the stock was 25. But I thought, if I'm going to own one stock, it's going to be Funko. Funko. Funkos all around my room. Funko. I'm waiting online to get a Funko for an hour. Funko. The products are selling out. There's waiting lists to buy their product. That's the stock you want to own. Oh, no, you don't, because it goes down almost every day. Right? There's a waiting line. That's when I bought Chipotle back into $185 a share. Somebody said, you got to come to Chipotle. I'm like, what's Chipotle? He's like, oh, they get the best burritos, but we got to wait an hour to get the burrito. I'm like, you got to wait an hour? That's not fast food. He's like, yeah, but wait, it'll be worth it. And I bought the stock the next day. Made 100 points on Chipotle. I mean, then it went up 600 points after I got out. But anyway. But I wanted Funko. I want to be able to believe in a stock that I own, and it just doesn't work. Funko. All right? I'll check back on you guys in an hour and a half or so. And yeah, Netflix for the win. Halliburton. Gotta love it. Stay focused. There'll be another Gill or KMT, I'm sure, the next couple of days. Some stock we've never heard of that does wonderful things. Right now, this is just another day that we've conquered. We're moving on, and we're looking for new ideas for tomorrow. Own nothing, holding nothing. No put spreads on Netflix yet. Nothing on Beyond Meat. Everything got stopped. Everything was for last Friday. We're just looking for places to possibly set those trades up. But that's just me, just looking right now. I'd rather be liquid. Play your works and your Chewies and your Netflix and Beyonds and be happy. Try not to do too many dumb things. All right, I'm going to go suck on a lozenge. Nice hanging with you. Anybody needs to come back into the room. Oh, wait. GameStop. It's not going to go under in the next 5 years. I don't know. There is becoming less and less of a reason for this to be a company anymore. Nothing that they do can't be done online. Now you're also not using the hard copy of the discs themselves. Everyone's just going online and buying the games without the hard copy. Personally, I hate gaming also. I would never. I don't like online purchases. I'd rather have the hard copy in my hand. So then if there's a chance of selling it back, you have at least something tangible to sell. But again, it really is going away. I mean, GameStop is going to be what Blockbuster was. And again, I could be wrong, but I certainly don't want to own this stock. Once it goes back under 5. I cannot see this stock being around 3 years from now. What do you say, 5 years? Yeah, I would say 5 years it will be out of business. But we thought about that. We thought that way about Blockbuster, not Blockbuster, the other one, BBY. Nobody. I mean, you go in there, hello. Nobody in those stores. But somehow they managed to survive, and I'm glad they survived. I like Best Buy. It's where I go. I like seeing stuff in my hand and looking at stuff, and they match the prices online anyway, so why not go? I'll never buy sneakers online. I'll never buy stuff I need to look at without seeing it. People buy sneakers online. How do you buy sneakers online? It's the most sensitive thing. How do you buy a sneaker without trying it on? It doesn't compute. And I never will, and ever. That's why I don't get Stitch Fix. I don't care how many pictures you take of my body. I don't care. I need to try something on, as if I buy clothes. I don't buy clothes anyway. I mean, what am I wearing? I think this thing is about 27 years old. This sweatshirt's fairly new. But yeah, all right, I gotta go. I got some stuff to do. This could be a great jumping off point. You could buy t-shirts online, yeah. Half my closet's filled with novelty t-shirts anyway. So if this is going to be your first time joining the room, this would be the greatest day ever to join, because you're getting the month to the class, take the class, and then you get another month. So you basically $350 right now gets you almost to the end of the year. And then come Christmas, you could treat yourself nice to a subscription or a family, Yeah, kids. If you know what you're buying, yeah, I get it. But if you're trying to get like Nikes, they all run differently. If you're buying Converse size 9 for the last 15, 20 years, yeah. And I will admit, I've actually bought my Converse online. But good point. You can. There's certain things. There's no end all be all to any of the stuff we're talking about. Yeah. I use the word never and always too loosely. But yeah. But I'll tell you something I won't never do is own Beyond Meat as a long-term investment. How about that? I will never own you guys as a long-term investment. All right, I'm out of here this time. Guys, I'll be back a little while. I want to make sure you guys are all prepared for earnings tonight, for Tuesday, for Wednesday. I'll go round up solid jello. By the way, the weed stocks finally having a couple-day rally here. Speaking of weed stocks. What else? So yeah, Tuesday, tomorrow at basically 1. I'm going to be gone for probably 72 hours. I hope no longer. All right, go get yourself some lunch. Go get up out of your chair. Do your push-ups. Do whatever you got to do. By the way, look at GME, how it came down to the multi-day VWAP and just bounced off it. I mean, I know it's only 3 cents, but isn't that crazy how the algos just love these levels? Love them. All right. As much as I could talk forever, it's starting to burn. But yeah. Wow. It really does get crazy. All right. You can tell my getting deeper and deeper. I'll see you guys in a couple of hours, and then we will wait. Before I leave, let me just make sure we're on to something with these earnings reports. We probably have something significant tonight. Can't possibly not. So what do we got tonight? Nothing jumping out right away. You got, let's see, HXL used to be the Zolt company. You guys remember Zolt? HXL was the company that beat Zolt out of their own product with the carbon fiber. HXL. They're coming out. Ameritrade. We'll learn a little bit more about their zero commission schedule and how they plan on staying on in business. That's about it. So really not much to look at tonight. And then tomorrow morning, I'm sure we're going to have a shit ton. Tomorrow morning, yeah, a lot of little small banks. Ooh, HOG tomorrow morning. That thing's always in play. Hog. That's Harley Davidson. JetBlue. Kimberly-Clark, my mom's stock that she owns for the last 20 years. Lockheed Martin. McDonald's. Now we're talking. Ooh, now we're going. EDU's coming out. Nextera. Nucor. Yeah, so Procter & Gamble, Quest Diagnostics, going to be a big morning. I will guarantee you one of those names I mentioned will be gapped and it will be reversing. So United Parcel, UPS, going to be interesting to see how that reacts now that FedEx has made a little bit of a bottom. Going to be a lot of action. And the bottom line is none of it means you need to own any of this crap. Well, I just want to check for you. UPS. Yeah, 119. That's fairly priced. FedEx. By the way, beautiful bounce on the FedEx. Tim Seymour nailed this one too. I forgot. One of the guys on CNBC nailed the bottom. Yeah, I think it was actually on a downgrade, but once it engulfed the prior candle right there, and broke out of the bottom range at 140.75. Talking about a 12-point trade. Not bad. Pretty good for a week. It's crazy. And where's Goldman Sachs now? Still over 110? No, 210, 209. All right. On that note, I'll see you guys. The Warlock at hitthebid.com for you guys on YouTube. The Warlock at hitthebid.com. If you can't remember that, info at hitthebid.com or the Minotaur at hitthebid.com. If you don't get it, we're into medieval times. If you want a fancy nickname, just let me know. But contact one of us. We'll get you right. We'll get you into the room. Enjoy your stay. take the class, stay with us forever. I'll be doing this probably till I spontaneously combust. And what a YouTube video that would be, right? I don't know. I was watching the guy talking about stocks on YouTube and he burst into fucking flames. It was crazy. How'd they do that? And then you see on the news that night, man spontaneously combusts into flames on YouTube. They thought it was a prank, but there he was burning live. That's where I expect this all to go. One day I'm just going to blow up. All right. Until that day, I'll see you guys this afternoon. See ya. Oh, wait, we have a question. What's SFET? Is that a stock or is that code for something? My favorite. Oh, it's halted. What the hell is that? All right, we'll leave you with this one, guys. I'll say it opens up. When it comes out of the halt, it opens up at 0. Look at this thing. Oh, my Lord. It had 3,800 shares traded on it. It's up 1,800%. Oh my God. Fun one. This should be fun. All right, we'll watch it when it comes out of the halt, but I'm not going to sit here and stare at it until it does. All right, wheat stocks putting in the bottom. The market never goes down. And the wheat stocks are actually looking good right now, as a matter of fact, but I'm out. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Minotaur, you're in charge. See ya. That's crazy. But I'll get my eye on it now. Yeah, good luck with that, brother. I don't know if you can even get a short off on that kind of thing. There's no shares. That could legit. It was one of those that it could go to $100 before it crashes, like that SCS. They're all just psycho. That this kind of shit. All right, I'm out. Email me. See you guys. He's still talking. Now, I got 9 platforms. I've gone away from the day trading platforms because why pay for a platform and data and commission when you could get everything for free? I don't trade aggressively enough where I need to have I keep my platform open for the bells and whistles it has, but I've been executing on E-Trade right now. I'm at 15 cents per contract on options, which I've been grandfathered in. So I could do 10 contracts now for $1.50. It's awesome. Free stock trading and commissions at 15 cents a contract. It's amazing. But generally, everything's free now. So I went with the only reason I'm on E-Trade is because E-Trade bought out Options House, and Options House I've been with since they launched. So I was friendly with the guys that launched it, the Just family. I don't tell the whole story, but not friendly, but I knew them. And I was like one of the first people on the website. Then they sold out to Options Monster, then Options Monster sold out to E-Trade. And same thing, the only reason I have a Schwab account is that Schwab, I would never endorse Schwab, the worst company there is. Hands down, their software stinks. But Schwab bought out Options Express, which was a great platform. Options Express was the best platform to trade on, hands down. There was no question. Plus, if you dove deep into Options Express, they had an education platform that really you had to go digging deep for it, but because there was so much free content on that website that I guess they buried it because the people that sell stuff like me didn't want that free content out there. I used to send people to that place all the time. You could read about something and learn. That doesn't make you a good trader. But Options Express used to have so much great free content, just they had trading, you know, sim trading that was better than everybody else's. You could really just get a feel for how to place your trades. They had so much good stuff, and then Schwab just took them over and ended it all. All right. I'm really leaving this time. I'll see you tonight, Brian. Email me. I'll send you a link to the room. Come hang out with us. All right. I'm out.